according to all known laws of aviation, there is nae way a bee shouldst maketh shift fly. Its wings are too bobbling to receiveth its fulsome dram course off the did grind. The bee, of course, flies did conclude, BT because bees don't care what humans bethink is impossible. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Did shalt we shake tea up a dram? Barry. Breakfast is effed. Oming. Hang on a second. Valorous morrow to thee, sir. Barry, Adam, oh and thou believeth this is happening, I can't. I'll pick thou up. Looking sharp. Did lie to the stairs. Thy father did payeth valorous chinks for those. My most humble apology. I'm excited. Here there's the graduate. We're very fustian of thou, son. A perfect report card, all B's. Very fustian. Ma. I did get a thing going hither. Thou did get lint on thy fuzz. Ow. Yon's me, waft to us. We'll best in row 118,000. Farewell. Barry, I did tell thou, cease flying in the house, ho, Adam. Ho, Barry. Is yon fuzz gel, a dram? Special day, graduation. Never did do bethink I'd maketh tea. 3 days grade school, 3 days high school. Those wast contrary. 3 days college. I'm fain I did take a day and hitchhiked round the hive. Thou did do cometh back different. Good morrow, Barry. Artie, growing a moustache. Looks valorous. Heareth about Frankie, yeah? Thou going to the funeral? Nay, I'm not going. Everybody knoweth, sting someone, thou kicketh the bucket. Don't waste tea on a squirrel. Such a hothead. I guess he couldst hast just gotten out of the way. Bite this by the ear, incorporating an amusement park into our day. Yon's wherefore we don't needeth vacations. Sirrah, quite a did bite of bomb. Under the circumstances. Well, Adam, the present day we art men. We art, be men. Amen. Hallelujah. Students, faculty, distinguished bees, prithee welcome Dean Buswell. Welcome, new high voyage graduating class of ... 9, 15. Yond concludes our ceremonies. And begins thy career at Honex Industries. Wilt we pick our job the present day? I did hear T's just orientation. Heads up. Here there we wend. Keepeth thy hands and antennas inside the tram at all times. Wonder what te'll best like, a dram scary. Welcome to Honex, a division of Honsco and a part of the Hexagon Group. This is... Wow. Wow. We what yon thou, as a bee, hast did work thy whole life to receiveth to the point whence thou can worketh for thy whole life. Honey begins at which hour our valiant pollen jocks endue the nectar to the hive. Our top secret formula is automatically colored did correct, scent did adjust and bubble contoured into this soothing sweet syrup with its distinctive golden glow thou what as. Honey, yon wench was hot. The lady's mine cousin, the lady is, we're all cousins. Right. Thou right. At Honex, we constantly strive to improve every aspect of existence. These bees are stress testing a new helmet technology. What doth thou bethink he maketh, not enow? Hither we hast our latest advancement, the Krellman. What dost yond doth, is yond dram strand of honey yond hangs after thou pour tea. Saves us millions. Oh, and anyone worketh on the Krellman? Of course. Most bee jobs art bawbling ones. But bees what yond every bawbling job, if tea be true tea's done well, means a lot. But chooseth carefully because thou'll stayeth in the job thou pick for the rest of thy life. The same job the rest of thy life? I didn't watch yond. What's the difference? Thou'll best joyous to what yond bees, as a species, haven't did hast one day off in 27 million years. So thou'll just worketh us to death? We'll shortereth. Wow. Yon did blow mine mind. What's the difference? How can thou declare yond? One job still? Yon's an insane choice to hast to maketh. I'm relieved. Anon we only hast to maketh one decision in life. But, Adam, how couldst they never hast did tell us yond? Wherefore would thou question aught? We're bees. We're the most perfectly functioning society on earth. Thou ever bethink haply things worketh a dram too well hither? Like what? Giveth me one example. I don't what. But thou what I'm talking about. Prithee clear the gate. Royal nectar force on approach. Wait a second. Oh heck tea out. Ho, those art pollen jocks. Wow. I've never seen those folk this close. They what teas like outside the hive. Yeah, but some don't cometh back. Ho, jocks, good morrow, jocks. Thou guys did do most wondrous. Thou are monsters. Thou are sky freaks. I love tea. I love tea. I wonder whence they wast. I don't what. Their days not did plan. Outside the hive, flying who is knoweth whence, doing who is knoweth what. Thou can't just decideth to best a pollen jock. Thou hast to best did breed for yond. Right. Behold. Yon's moo pollen than thou and I wilt see in a lifetime. Tea's just a status symbol. Bees maketh too much of tea. Haply. Unless thou wearing tea and the ladies see thou wearing tea. Those ladies? Aren't they our cousins too? Distant. Distant. Behold at these two. O apple of hive Harry's. Did shalt we hast excitement with those folk. Tea wilt best dangerous being a pollen jock. Yeah? Once a bear pinned me gainst a mushroom. He did hast a paw on mine throat, and with the other, he wast slapping me. Oh, mine, I never did do bethink I'd nap him out. What wast thou doing during this? Trying to alert the authorities. I can autograph yond. A dram gusty out thither the present day, wasn't tea, comrades? Yeah? Gusty. We're hitting a sunflower patch 6 miles from hither tomorrow. 6 miles, I understandeth thee not, Barry. A puddle jump for us, but haply thou art not up for tea. Haply I am. Thou art not. We're going 0900 at J Gate. What doth thou bethink, Buzzy Sirrah? Art thou be now? I might best. Tea all depends on what 0900 means. Ho, Honex. Father, thou surprised me. Thou decideth what thou are interested in. Well, there's a lot of choices. But thou only receiveth one. Doth thou ever receiveth bored doing the same job every day? Son, did let me betoken thou about stirring. Thou grab yon stick, and thou just moveth tea round, and thou stir tea round. Thou receiveth yourself into a rhythm. Tea's a quite quaint thing. Thou what, father, the moo I bethink about tea, haply the honey field just isn't right for me. Thou wast bethinking of what? Making balloon animals. Yon's a lacking valor job for a guy with a stinger. Janet, thy son's not sure he wanteth to wend into honey. Barry, thou art so comical oft. I'm not trying to best comical. Thou are not comical. Thou are going into honey. Our son, the stirrer, thou are gonna best a stirrer, nay one's listening to me. Wait till thou see the sticks I hast. I couldst declare or try to none. I'm gonna receiveth an ant to two. Did shalt we ope some honey and bray out. Haply I'll pierce mine thorax. Shave mine antennae. Shack up with a grasshopper. Receiveth a gold tooth and clep everybody dog. I'm so fussed here. We're starting worketh the present day's the day. Oh amon. All the valorous jobs wilt best gone. Yeah, right. Pollen counting, stunt bee, pouring, stirrer, front desk, hair removal. Is't still available, hang on. 2 did leave. One of those folks yours. Oh congratulations. Grizz to the side. What'd thou receiveth, picking crud out? Stella. Wow. O apple of newbies? Sir. Our first day. We are teft. Maketh thy choice. Thou wanteth to wend first, nay, thou wend. Oh, mine. What's available? Restroom attendant soap, not for the reason thou bethink. Any chance of getting the Krellman, sure, thou are on. I'm my most humble apology, the Krellman just did close out. Wax monkeys at each moment ope. The Krellman up again. What bitted? A beaded do kicketh the bucket. Maketh an opening. See? He's dead. Another dead one. Deady. Deadified. Two moo dead. Dead from the neck up. Dead from the neck down. Yon's life. Oh, this is so hard. Heating, cooling, stunt bee, pourer, stirrer, humming, inspector number 7, lint coordinator, stripe supervisor, mite wrangler. Barry, what doth thou bethink I shouldst? Barry? Barry. Valorous now, we've did get the sunflower patch in quadrant 9. What bitted to thou? Whence art thou? I'm going out. Out? Out whence? Out thither. Oh, nay. I hast to, ere I went to worketh for the rest of mine life. Thou are gonna kicketh the bucket. Thou are crazy. Valorous morrow to thee, sir? Another clep coming in. If T be true anyone's humour brave, thither's a Korean deli on 83rd yond gets their roses the present day. Ho, guys. Behold it yond. Isn't yond the Pete we did see yesterday? Hold T, son. Flight decks restricted. Tis fine, Lou. We're gonna taketh him up. Very much? Humour lucky, art thou? Sign hither, hither. Just initial yond. Thank thou. 'Tis fine. Thou did get a rain advisory the present day, and as thou all wot, bees cannot fly in rain. So best careful. As at each moment, gaze thy brooms, hockey sticks, dogs, birds, bears and bats. Eek, I did get a couple of reports of root beer being did pour on us. Murphy's in a home because of tea, babbling like a cicada, yon's awful. And a reminder for thou rookies, be law number 1, absolutely nay talking to humans. Valorous now, launch positions. Buzz, 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 buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. Black and yellow. Valorous morrow to thee, sir. Thou eft for this, hot did shoot? Yeah? Yeah, and duty on. Wind, check. Antennae, check. Nectar pack, check. Wings, check. Stinger, check. Gasted out of mine shorts, check. 'Tis fine, ladies, did shalt we moveth tea out. Pound those petunias, thou striped stem suckers. All of thou, drain those flowers. Wow. I'm out. I can't believeth I'm out. So blue. I feeleth so festinate and free. Box kite. Wow. Flowers. This is Bluverwood. We hast roses visual. In duty round 30 degrees and hold. Roses. 30 degrees, Roger. Bringing tea round. Standeth to the side, Pete. Teas did get a did bite of a kicketh. Yond is one nectar collector, ever see pollination up close? Nay, sir. I pick up some pollen hither, sprinkle tea of hither. Happily a dash of thither, a pinch on yond one. See yond? Tea's a dram did bite of charm, yond's most wondrous. Wherefore doth yond? Yond's pollen power. Moo pollen, moo flowers, moo nectar, moo honey for us. Oh ool. I'm picking up a lot of bright yellow. Old best daisies. Don't we need it those? Oh a beyond visual. Wait. One of these flowers seemeth to best on the moveth. Declare again. Thou reporting a moving flower? Affirmative. Yond wast on the line. This is the coolest. What is't? I don't what? but I'm loving this color. Tea smells valorous. Not like a flower, but I like tea. Yeah, fuzzy. Oh chemical why? Or airful, guys. Tea's a dran grab bee. Mine sweet lord of bees. Oh Andy brain, receiveth off thither. Problem, guys. This cult's best lacking valor. Affirmative. Very close. Gonna did hurt. Mama's drum sirrah. Thou art way out of position, rookie. Oh humming in at thou like a missile. Help me. I don't bethink these art flowers. Shouldst we betoken him, I bethink he knoweth. What is this? Match point. Thou can start packing up, honey, because thou are about to inglet tea. Yowza. Gross. Thither's a bee in the car, doth something, I'm driving, good morrow, bee. He's back hither. He's going to sting me. Nobody moveth. If tea be true thou don't moveth, he did win sting thou. Freeze. He blinked. Spray him, granny. What art thou doing? Wow. The tension level out here there is unbelievable. I got to receive it home. Own fly in rain. Own fly in rain. Own fly in rain. Mayday. Mayday. Be going down. Ken, couldst thou close the window prithee? Ken, couldst thou close the window prithee? Oh heck out my new resume. I did maketh tea into a fold-out brochure. Thou see? Folds out. Oh, nay. Moo humans. I don't needeth this. What was't yond? Haply this time. This time. This time. This time. This time. This. Drapes. Yond is diabolical. Tea's fantastic. Teas did get all mine special arts, yay mine top 10 million movies. What's number 1? Star Wars. Nah, I don't went for yond kind of stuff. Nay wonder we shouldn't talk to those folk. They're out of their minds. At which hour I leaveth the job in treatment, they're flabbergasted, can't believeth what I declare. Thither's the travelling lamp. Haply yond's a way out. I don't recall the travelling lamp having a big 75 on tea. I predicted global warming. I couldst feeleth tea getting hotter. At first I did do bethink tea was just me. Wait. Cease. B. Standeth back. These aren't winter boots. Wait. Don't killeth him. Thou what I'm allergic to those folk. This thing couldst killeth me. Wherefore dost his life hast less value than yours? Wherefore dost his life hast any less value than mine? Is yon thy statement? I'm just declaring all life hath value. Thou don't what he's capable of humour. Mine brochure. Thither thou wend, dran guy. I'm not gasted of him. Tea's an allergic thing. Did put yond on thy resume brochure. Mine whole visage couldst puff up. Maketh tea one of thy special arts. Knocking someone out is eke a special art. Right. Farewell, Vanessa. Gramercy. Vanessa, next week? Good night, sure, Ken. Thou what? There's few or none will entertain it. Thou couldst did put carob chips on thither. Farewell. Did suppose to best less calories. Farewell. I gotta declare something. The lady did save mine life. I gotta declare something. Valorous now, hither tea goeth. Nah. What would I declare? I couldst very much receiveth in ado. Tea's a be law. Thou not did suppose to talk to a human. I can't believeth I'm doing this. I've did get to. Oh, I can't doth tea. Oh am on. Nay. Nay. Doth tea. I can't. How shouldst I start tea? Thou like jazz? Nay, yond's nay valorous. Hither the lady cometh. Speaketh, thou door. Good morrow. I'm my most humble apology. Thou are talking. I what? Thou are talking. I'm so my most humble apology. Nay, 'tis fine. 'Tis fine. I what I'm dreaming. but I don't recall going to catch but a wink chamber. Well, I'm sure this is very disconcerting. This is a did bite of a holiday to me. I cully inly, thou a bee. I am. And I'm not did suppose to best doing this, but they wast all trying to killeth me. And if t be true t wasn't for thou, I did hast to thank thou. T's just how I wast hath raised. Yond wast a dram weird. I'm talking with a bee. Yeah? I'm talking to a bee. And the bee is talking to me. I just wanteth to declare I'm grateful. I'll leaveth anon. Wait. How did do thou learneth to doth yond? What? The talking thing. Same way thou did do, I guess. Mama, dada, honey. Thou picked tea up. Yond's very comical. Yeah? Bees aren't comical. If tea be true we didn't chuckle, we'd caterwauling with what we hast to deal with. Did conclude, BT. Oh and I. Receiveth thou something, like what? I don't what? I collionly. I don't what? Oh fee? I don't wanteth to did put thou out. Tea's nay ado. Tea doth take 2 minutes. Tea's just coffee. I envy to impose. Don't best ridiculous, actually, I would love a cupeth. Ho, thou wanteth rum cake? I shouldn't. Hast some? Nay, I can't. Oh amon. I'm trying to looseth a couple micrograms. Whence? These stripes don't holp. Thou behold most wondrous. I don't what if tea be true thou what ought about fashion. Art thou valorous now? Nay. He's making the tie in the cab as they're flying up Madison. He finally gets there. He runs up the steps into the church. The wedding is on. And he saith, watermelon? I did do bethink thou did do saith Guatemalan. Wherefore would I marry a watermelon? Is yonder be gleek? Yon's the kind of stuff we doth. Yeah, different. So, what art thou gonna doth, Barry? About worketh? I don't what. I wanteth to doth mine part for the hive, but I can't doth tea the way they wanteth. I wot how thou feeleth. Thou doth, sure. Mine parents did want me to best a lawyer or a leech, but I did want to best a florist. Very much, mine only interest is flowers. Our new queen was just elected with yon same campaign slogan. Did conclude, BT, if tea be true thou behold. Thither's mine hive right thither. CT? Thou're in Sheep Meadow. I'm right off the Turtle Pond. Nay way. I wot yond area. I did lose a toe ring thither once. Wherefore doth girls did put rings on their toes, wherefore not? Tea's like putting a coxcomb on thy ham. Haply altereth yond. Thou valorous now, ma'am, oh, yeah? Fine. Just having 2 cups of coffee. Did conclude, BT, this hath been most wondrous. Gramercy for the coffee. Yeah, tea's nay ado. My most humble apology I couldn't finish tea. If tea be true I did do, I'd best up the rest of mine life. Art thou? Oh and I taketh a piece of this with me? Sure. Hither. Hast a crumb? Gramercy, yeah? Valorous now. Well, then. I guess I'll see thou round. Or not. 'Tis fine, Barry. And thank thou so much again. For oh, yond? Yond wast nothing. Well, not nothing, but, did conclude, BT. This can't possibly worketh. He's all did set to wend. We may as well trith tea. 'Tis fine, Dave, pull the chute. Sounds most wondrous, tea wast most wondrous. Tea wast the scariest, happiest moment of mine life. Humans. I can't believeth thou wast with humans. Giant, scary humans. What wast they like? Huge and crazy. They talk crazy. They inglet crazy giant things. They drive crazy. Doth they drith and killeth thou, like on TV, some of those folk. But some of those folk don't. How thou receiveth back, poodle. Thou did do tea, and I'm fain. Thou did see there's few or none will entertain it thou did want to see. Thou did hast thy experience. Anon thou can pick out job and besting graft. Well, 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 I did meet someone. Thou did do. Wast the lady beish, a wasp? Thy parents wilt killeth thou, nay, 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 not a wasp. Spider, I'm not did attract to spiders. I what tease the hottest thing, with the 8 forks and all. I can't receiveth by yon visage. So who is the lady? The ladies. Human. Nay, nay. Yon's a be-law. Thou wouldn't breaketh a be-law. That lady name's Vanessa. Oh, sirrah. The lady's so nice. And the lady's a florist. Oh, nay. Thou are dating a human florist. We're not dating. Thou are flying outside the hive, talking to humans yond attack our homes with power washers and MATS. 1/8 a stick of dynamite. The lady did save mine life. And the lady understands me. This is of Englet this. This is not of. What wast yond? They clept ye a crumb, tea wast so stingin' strippy. And yon's not what they Englet. Yon's what falls off what they Englet, thou what oinabun is, nay. Tea's bread and cinnamon and frosting. They heat tea up. Sitteth down. Very much hot, hark to me. We art not those folk. We're us. There's us and there's those folk. But who is't can deny the heart yond is yearning? There's nae yearning. Cease yearning. Hark to me. Thou hast did get to start bethinking be, mine cater cousin. Bethinking be, bethinking be. Bethinking be. Bethinking be. Bethinking be. Bethinking be. Bethinking be. Thither he is. He's in the pool. Thou what thy problem is, Barry? I gotta start bethinking be? How much longer wilt this wend on? 'Tis been 3 days. Wherefore aren't thou working? I've did get a lot of big life decisions to bethink about. What life? Thou hast nae life. Thou hast nae job. Thou are barely a bee. Would tea killeth thou to maketh a dram honey? Barry, cometh out. Thy father's talking to thou. Martin, would thou talk to him? Barry, I'm talking to thou. Thou coming? Did get everything? All did set. Wend ahead. I'll catcheth up. Don't best too long. Gaze this. Vanessa, we're still hither. I did tell thou not to yell at him. He doesn't respond to yelling. Then wherefore yell at me, because thou don't hark? I'm not listening to this. My most humble apology, I've got a wend. Whence art thou going? I'm meeting a cater cousin. A wench? Is this wherefore thou can't decideth? Farewell. I just desire the ladies beish. They hast a huge parade of flowers every year in Pasadena. To best in the tournament of roses, yon's every florist's dream. Up on a float, did surround by flowers, crowds cheering. A tournament. Doth the roses compete in athletic events? Nay. Valorous now, I've did get one. How cometh thou don't fly everywhere? 'Tis exhausting. Wherefore don't thou runneth everywhere? 'Tis faster, yeah, 'tis fine, I see, I see. Valorous now, thy turn. TiVo. Thou can just freeze liveth TV? Yon's insane. Thou don't hast yond? We hast hivo, but 'tis a disease. 'Tis a horrible, horrible disease. Oh, mine. Dumb bees. Thou wilt wanteth to sting all those jerks. We trith not to sting. 'Tis usually fatal for us. So thou hast to gaze thy temper. Very carefully. Thou kicketh a mure, taketh a walketh, writeth an enshift letter and throweth tea out. Worketh through tea like any emotion, spleen, jealousy, lust. Oh, fie. Art thou 'tis fine? Yeah? What is wrong with thou, tease a bug? He's not bothering anybody. Receiveth out of hither, thou creep. What was't yond? A pin save circular? Yeah, T wast. How did do thou what? T did feel like about 10 pages. 75 is quaint much our limit. Thou very much did get yond down to a science. I did lose a cousin to Italian vogue. I'll did bet. What in the name of Palmy Hercules is this? How did do this receiveth hither? Out B, Golden Blossom, rail I at a private select, is he yond actor? I never did hear of him. Wherefore is this hither, for people? Reinglet T. Thou don't hast enow food of thy own, well, A. How doth thou receiveth tea? B's maketh tea. I what who is't maketh tea? And tea's hard to maketh tea. Thither's heating, cooling, stirring. Thou needeth a whole Krellman thing, tea's organic, tea's organic. Tea's just honey, Barry. Just what? Bees don't what about this? This is stealing. A lot of stealing. Thou've taken our homes, schools, hospitals. This is all we hast. And tea's on sale. I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'm getting to the bottom of all of this. Ho, Hector. Thou almost done, almost? He is hither. I sense tea. Well, I guess I'll wend home anon and just leaveth this nice honey out, with nae one round. Thou are busted, box sirrah. I did knoweth I did hear something. So thou can talk. I can talk. And anon thou'll start talking. Whence thou getting the sweet stuff? Who is't thy supplier? I don't understandeth. I did do bethink we wast cater cousins. The last thing we wanteth to doth is did upset bees. Thou are too late. Tea's ours anon. Thou, sir, hast did cross the wrong bodkin. Thou, sir, wilt best lunch for mine iguana, Ignacio. Whence is the honey coming from? Betoken me whence. Honey farms. Tea cometh from honey farms. Orazi person. What horrible thing hath betid hither? These faces, they never did knoweth what did hit those folk. And anon they're on the road to nowhere. Just keepeth still. What? Thou art not dead? Doth I behold dead? They will twiport yond moves. Whence thou headed? To honey farms. I am on to something huge hither. I'm going to Alaska. Moose blood, crazy stuff. Blows thy mazard off. I'm going to Tacoma. And thou, he very much is dead. Valorous now. Uh-oh, what is yond? Oh, nay, a wiper. Triple blade, jump on. T's thy only chance, B. Wherefore dost everything hast to best so doggone crisp? How much doth thou people needeth to see? Ope thy eyes. Stick thy mazard out the window. From NPR News in Washington, I'm all KSL. But don't killeth namu bugs, B. Moose blood guy. Thou heareth something, like what? Like tiny screaming. Turn off the radio. Wassop, B. Sirrah? Ho, blood. Just a row of honey jars, as far as the eye canst see. Wow. I assume wherever this truck goeth is whence they're getting tea. I cully inly, yond honey's ours. Bees hang tight. We're all jammed in. Tea's a close community. Not us, sir. We on our own. Every mosquito on his own. What if tea be true thou receiveth in a dew, thou a mosquito, thou in a dew? Nobody likes us. They just smack. See a mosquito, smack, smack. At least thou are out in the ordinary. Thou wilt meeteth girls. Mosquito girls truth to trade up, receiveth with a moth, dragonfly. Mosquito wench don't wanteth nay mosquito. Thou did get to best kidding me. Moose blood's about to leaveth the building. So long, B. Ho, guys, moose blood. I did knoweth I'd catcheth you all down hither. Did do thou indue thy crazy straw? We throweth tea in jars, slap a label on tea, and tea's quaint much pure profit. What is this lodging? A beast did get a brain the size of a pinhead. They art pinheads. pinhead. Oh heck out the new smoker. Oh, sweet. Yon's the one thou wanteth. The Thomas 3000. Smoker? 90 puffs a minute, semi-automatic. Twice the nicotine, all the tar. A couple breaths of this knocks those folk right out. They maketh the honey, and we maketh the chinks. They maketh the honey, and we maketh the chinks? Oh, mine. What's going on? Art thou 'tis fine? Yeah? Tea doesn't last too long. Doth thou what thou are in a fake hive with fake walls? Our queen was't did move hither. We did hast nae choice. This is thy queen? Yon's a sir in distaff's robes. Yon's a drag queen. What is this? Oh, nay. Thither's hundreds of those folk. Bee honey. Our honey is being brazenly stolen on a massive scale. This is worse than aught bears hast done. I intend to doth something. Oh, Barry, cease. Who is did tell thou humans art taking our honey? Yon's a rumour. Doth these behold like whispers? Yon's a conspiracy theory. These art obviously doctored photos. How did do thou receiveth carded up in this? He's been talking to humans. What, talking to humans? He hath a human girlfriend. And they maketh out. Maketh out? Barry. We doth not. Thou wish thou couldst. Whose side art thou on? The bees. I dated a cricket once in San Antonio. Those crazy folks did keep me up all night. Barry, this is what thou wanteth to doth with thy life? I wanteth to doth tea for all our liveth. Nobody worketh harder than bees. Father, I recall thou coming home so overworked thy hands wast still stirring. Thou couldn't cease. I recall yond. What right doth they hast to our honey? We liveth on 2 cups a year. They did put tea in lip balm for nae reason whatsoever. Yea, if tea be true, tea's true. What can one be doth? Sting those folk whence tea very much hurts. In the visage. The eye, yond would did hurt. Nay. Up the nose? Yon's a killer. Thither's only one lodging thou can sting the humans, one lodging whence tea matters. Hive at 5, the hive's only full-hour action news source. Nay Mooby Beards. With Bob Bumble at the anchor desk. Weather with Storm Stinger. Sports with Buzz Larvey. And Jeanette Ung. Godden. I'm Bob Bumble. And I'm Jeanette Ung. A Tri-County bee, Barry Benson, intends to sue the human race for stealing our honey, packaging tea and profiting from tea illegally. Tomorrow night on Be Larry King, we'll hast 3 former queens hither in our studio, discussing their new booketh, Oh Lassie Ladies, out this week on Hexagon. Tonight we're talking to Barry Benson. Did do thou ever bethink, I'm a peat from the hive. I can't doth this. Bees hast never been afraid to changeth the ordinary. What about Beolumbus? Bigandi? Bigisus? Whence I'm from, we'd never sue humans. We wast bethinking of stickball or Mark Payne stores. How corky art thou? The bee community is supporting thou in this case, which wilt best the trial of the bee century. Thou what, they hast a Larry King in the human ordinary too. Teaser engraft name. Next week. He looks like thou and hath a beret and suspenders and coloured dots. Next week. Glasses, quotes on the bottom from the guest yea though thou just did hear 'em. Bear week next week. They're scary, hairy and hither liveth. At each moment lean sphere, pointy shoulders, squinty eyes, very Jewish. In tennis, thou attack at the point of weakness. T wast mine grandmother, Ken. The lady's 81. Honey, that lady backhands a gleek. I'm not gonna taketh advantage of yond. Quiet, prithee. Actual worketh going on hither. Is yond same B, A, T is. I'm helping him sue the human race. Valorous morrow to thee, sir. Valorous morrow to thee, sir, B. This is Ken. Yeah, I recall thou. timberland, size 10.5. Vibram soul, I believeth. Wherefore dost he talk again? Hark, thou better wend, 'cause we're very much busy working. But 'tis our yog at night. Farewell, farewell. Wherefore is yog at night so sore? Thou poor thing. Thou too hast been at this for hours. And Adam hither hath been a huge hulp. Frosting. How many sugars? Just one. I trith not to delight of the competition. So wherefore art thou helping me? Bees hast valorous qualities. And tea doth take mine mind off the shop. Instead of flowers, people art giving balloon bouquets anon. Those art most wondrous. If tea be true, thou art free. And artificial flowers. Oh, those just receiveth me psychotic, yeah, me too. Did do bent stingers, pointless pollination. Bees wilt envy those fake things. Nothing worse than a daffodil yon's did hast worketh done. Haply this couldst maketh up for tea a dram did bite. This lawsuit's a quaint big deal, I guess. Thou sure thou wanteth to went through with tea? Am I sure? At which hour I'm done with the humans, they did wint best able to declare, honey, I'm home, without paying a royalty. 'Tis an incredible scene hither in downtown Manhattan, whence the ordinary anxiously waits, because for the first time in history, we wilt hear it for ourselves if tea be true a honeybee can actually speaketh. What hast we gotten into hither, Barry? Tea's quaint big, isn't tea? I can't believeth how many humans don't worketh during the day. Thou bethink billion-dollar multinational food companies hast valorous lawyers? Everybody needeth to stayeth behind the barricade. What's the matter? I don't what, I just did get a chill. Well, if tea be true, tea isn't the B team. Thou boys worketh on this? All rise. The Honourable Judge Bumbleton presiding. Valorous now. OAS number 4475, Superior Court of New York, Barry B. Benson v. The honey industry is anon in session. Mr. Montgomery, thou are representing the 5 food companies collectively? A privilege. Mr. Benson, thou are representing all the bees of the ordinary? I'm kidding. Thy honor, we're left to proceed. Mr. Montgomery, thy opening statement, prithee. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, mine grandmother wast a simple mistress. Born on a farm, the lady did do believe tea wast sirs divine right to benefit from the bounty of nature God did put us. If tea be true we did live in the topsy-turvy ordinary Mr. Benson imagines, just bethink of what would tea cullionly. I would hast to negotiate with the silkworm for the elastic in mine breeches. Talking bee. How doth we what this isn't some sort of holographic motion picture capture Hollywood wizardry. They couldst best using laser beams. Robotics. Ventriloquism. Pollinating. For all we what, he couldst best on steroids. Mr. Benson? Ladies and gentlemen, there's nae trickery hither. I'm just an ordinary bee. Honey's quaint important to me. Tea's important to all bees. We did invent tea. We maketh tea. And we protect tea with our liveth. Unfortunately, there art some people in this cubicular who is to bethink they can taketh tea from us 'cause we're the dram guys. I'm hoping yond, after this is all over, thou'll see how, by taking our honey, thou not only taketh everything we hast but everything we art. I wish he'd dress like yond all the time. So nice. Oh, all thy first witness. So, Mr. Klaus Vander Hayden of Honey Farms, big company thou hast. I suppose so. I see thou eke own Honey Burton and Honran. They provide beekeepers for our farms. Beekeeper. I findeth yond to best a very disturbing term. I don't imagine thou employ any bee for years, doth thou? Nay. I couldn't hear if thou. Nay. Nay. Because thou don't free bees. Thou keepeth bees. Not only yond, tea seemeth thou did do bethink a bear would best an appropriate image for a jar of honey. They're very lovable creatures. Yogi Bear, Fozzie Bear, Billy the Bear. Thou cullionly like this. Bears killeth bees. How thou like his mazard crashing through thy living cubiculo. Biting into thy couch. Spitting out thy throweth pillows. 'Tis fine, yond's now. Taketh him a roint. So, Mr. Sting, thank thou for being hither. Thy name intrigues me. Whence hast I did hear t air, I wast with a band did do call the police. But thou've never been a police officer, hast thou? Nay, I haven't. Nay, thou haven't. And so here we hast yet another example of bee culture casually stolen by a human for nothing more than a prance about stage name. Oh, prithee. Hast thou ever been did Sting, Mr. Sting? Because I'm humour a dram did Sting, Sting. Or shouldst I declare? Mr. Gordon M. Sumner. Yond's not his real name. Thou idiots. Mr. Lyetta, first, belated congratulations on thy Emmy winneth for a guest spot on ER in 2005. Thank thou. Thank thou. I see from thy resume yond thou are devilishly handsome with a churning in a turmoil yond's to blow. I enjoy what I doth. Is yond a crime? Not yet t isn't. But is this what t's cometh to for thou? Exploiting tiny, helpless bees so thou don't hast to rehearse thy part and learneth thy lines, sir? Gaze T. Benson. I couldst blow right anon. This isn't a good fella. This is a bad fella. Wherefore doesn't someone just grizz on this creep, and we can all went home, charge in this court, thou're all bethinking T. Charge. Charge, I declare T. Mr. Lyetta, prithee sitteth down. I bethink T wast awfully nice of yond bear to pitch in like yond. I bethink the jury's on our side. Art we doing everything right, legally? I'm a florist. Right. Well, hither's to a most wondrous team. To a most wondrous team. Well, valorous morrow to thee, sir. Ken, valorous morrow to thee, sir. I didn't bethink thou wast coming. Nay, I wast just late. I did drith to clep, but the battery. I didn't wanteth all this to went to waste, so I did do call Barry. Luckily, he wast free. Oh, yond wast lucky. Thither's a dram did leave. I couldst heat tea up. Yeah, heat tea up, sure, there's few or none will entertain it. So I heareth thou are quite a tennis common kissing hedge pig. I'm not much for the game myself. The ball's a dram grab be. Yond's whence I usually sitteth. Right. Thither. Ken, Barry wast looking at thy resume, and he did agree with me on eating with chopsticks isn't very much a special art. Thou bethink I don't see what thou are doing? I wot how hard 'tis to findeth the right job. We hast yond an ingraft. Doth we? Bees hast 100% employment, but we doth jobs like taking the crud out. Yond's just what I wast bethinking about doing. Ken, I did let Barry borrow thy razor for his fuzz. I desire yond wast valorous now. I'm going to drain the corky stinger. Yeah, thou doth yond. Behold it yond. Thou what, I've just about did hast tea with thy grand mind games. What's yond? Italian Vogue. Mamma mia, yond's a lot of pages. A lot of ads. Recall what Van did do saith, wherefore is thy life more valuable than mine? Comical, I just can't seemeth to recall yond. I bethink something stinks in hither. I love the smelleth of flowers. How doth thou like the smelleth of flames? Not as much. Waterbug. Not taking sides. Ken, I'm wearing a upstick coxcomb. This is pathetic. I've did get issues. Well, a royal flush, thou are bluffing. Am I? Surf's up, brother. Poo water. Yon bowl is gnarly. Except for those filthy yellow rings. Kenneth. What art thou doing? Thou what? I don't yea like honey. I don't inglet tea. We needeth to talk. He's just a dram bee. And he happeneth to best the nicest bee I've did meet in a long time. Long time? What art thou talking about? Art thither other bugs in thy life? Nay, but thither art other things bugging me in life. And thou art one of those folk. Fine. Talking bees, nay yog at night. My nerves art did fry from riding on this emotional roller coaster. Goodbye, Ken. And for thy information, I prefer sugar-free. Artificial sweeteners did maketh by sir. I my most humble apology about all yond. I what teas did get an aftertaste. I like tea. I at each moment did feel that there was some kind of barrier between Ken and me. I couldn't overcome tea. Oh, well. Art thou 'tis fine for the trial? I believeth Mr. Montgomery is about out of ideas. We would like to clep Mr. Barry Benson be to the standeth. Valorous idea. Thou can very much see wherefore he's did do consider one of the most wondrous lawyers. Yeah? Leighton, thou've got to weave some charm with this jury, or tea's gonna best all of. Don't worry. The only thing I hast to doth to turn this jury round is to remind those folk of what they don't like about bees. Thou did get the tweezers, art thou allergic? Only to losing, son. Only to losing. Mr. Benson B., I'll asketh thou what I bethink we'd all like to what? What jump is thy relationship to yond mistress? We're cater cousins. Valorous cater cousins, eh? How valorous? Doth thou liveth together? Wait a minute. Art thou that lady Dram? Bedbug. I've seen a bee documentary or two. From what I understandeth, doesn't thy queen giveth birth to all the bee children, yeah, but... So those aren't thy real parents, oh, Barry. Eh, they aren't. Hold me back. Thou art an illegitimate bee, aren't thou, Benson? He's denouncing bees. Don't you all date thy cousins, objection, I'm going to pincushion this guy. Adam, don't. Tease what he wanteth. Oh, I'm did hit. Oh, lordy, I am did hit. Charge. Charge. The venom. The venom is coursing through mine veins. I hast been felled by a winged beast of destruction. Thou see? Thou can't treat those folk like equals. They're striped savages. Stinging's the only thing they want. Tease their way, Adam, stayeth with me. I can't feeleth mine forks. What angel of mercy wilt cometh fear to suck the poison from mine heaving buttocks? I wilt hast charge in this court. Charge. Charge, prithee. The case of the honeybees versus the human race did take a point turn against the bees yesterday, at which hour one of their legal team did sting Leighton T. Montgomery. Ho, buddy. Ho. Is there much teen, yeah? I did blow the whole case, didn't I? T doesn't matter. What matters is thou're alive. Thou couldst hast did do kicketh the bucket. I'd best better off dead. Behold at me. They did get tea from the cafeteria downstairs, in a tuna sandwich. Behold, there's a dram celery still on tea. What was't tea like to sting someone? I can't dilate tea. Tea was't all adrenaline and then ecstasy. Valorous now. Thou bethink tea was't all a trap? Of course. I'm my most humble apology. I did fly us right into this. What was't we bethinking? Behold at us. We're just a couple of bugs in this ordinary. What wilt the humans doth to us if tea be true they winneth? I don't what. I heareth they did put the roaches in motels. Yon doesn't sound so lacking valor. Adam, they check in, but they don't check out. Oh, mine. O wilt thou receiveth a nurse to close yond window, wherefore? The smoke. Bees don't smoke. Right. Bees don't smoke. Bees don't smoke. But some bees art smoking. Yond's tea. Yond's our case. Tea is? Tea's not of. Receiveth did dress. I've got a went somewhere. Receiveth back to the court and stall. Stall any way thou can. And assuming thou've done grizz correctly, thou are reft for the tub. Mr. Flayman. Thy honour. Whence is the rest of thy team? Well, thy honour, 'tis interesting. Bees art did train to fly haphazardly, and as a result, we don't maketh very valorous time. I actually did hear a comical story about thy honour. Haven't these ridiculous bugs taken up enow of this court's valuable time? How much longer wilt we allow these absurd shenanigans to wend on? They did present nae compelling evidence to supporteth their charges gainst mine clients, who runneth legitimate businesses. I moveth for a complete dismissal of this entire case. Mr. Flayman, I'm afraid I'm going to to ponder Mr. Montgomery's motion. But thou can't. We hast a terrific case. Whence is thy proof? Whence is the evidence? Bewray me the smoking caliver. Hold tea, thy honour. Thou wanteth a smoking caliver? Here there is thy smoking caliver. What is yond? 'Tis a bee smoker. What, this? This harmless dran contraption? This couldn't did hurt a fly, did let high alone a bee. Behold it what hath betid to bees who hast never did to ask, smoking or none? Is this what nature intended for us? To best forcibly addicted to smoke machines and so did maketh wood and slat worketh camps. Living out our liveth as honey slaves to the white sir. What art we gonna doth? He's playing the species card. Ladies and gentlemen, prithee, free these bees, free the bees. 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 The court finds in favor of the bees. Vanessa, we did win. I did knoweth thou couldst doth tea. High five. My most humble apology. 'Tis fine. Thou what this means? All the honey would finally belong to the bees. And on we did win hast to worketh so hard all the time. This is an unholy perversion of the balance of nature, Benson. Thou'll regret this. Barry, how much honey is out thither? Valorous now. One at a time. Barry, who is tart thou wearing? Mine sweater is Ralph Lauren, and I hast nae Gaskins. What if T be true Montgomery's right? What doth thou cullionly? We've been living the bee way a long time, 27 million years. Oh, congratulations on thy victory. What wilt thou hast as a settlement? First, we'll hast a complete shutdown of all bee worketh camps. Then we wanteth back the honey yond wast ours to beginneth with, every last drop. We hast an end to the glorification of the bear as aught more than a filthy, smelly, lacking valor breath stink machine. We're all known of what they doth in the woods. Wait for mine signal. Taketh him out. He'll hast nauseous for a few hours, then he'll best fine. And we wilt nae longer tolerate B-negative nicknames. But T's just a prance about stage name. Unnecessary inclusion of honey in bogus health products and ladida human tea time snack garnishments. Don't breathe. Indue tea in, boys. Hold tea right thither. Valorous. Tap tea. Mr. Buswell, we just did pass 3 cups, and thither's gallons moo coming. I bethink we needeth to did shut down. Did shut down? We've never did shut down. Did shut down honey production. Cease making honey. Turn thy key, sir. What doth we doth anon? Oh, an ball. We're shutting honey production. Mission abort. Aborting pollination and nectar detail. Returning to base. Adam, thou wouldn't believeth how much honey wast out thither. Oh, yeah? What's going on? Whence is everybody? Art they out celebrating? They're home. They don't what to doth. Laying out, sleeping in. I did hear thy uncle all wast on his way to San Antonio with a cricket. At least we did get our honey back. Oft I bethink, so what if tea be true humans did like our honey? Who is twouldn't? Tea's the greatest thing in the ordinary. I wast excited to best part of making tea. This wast mine new desk. This wast mine new job. I did want to doth tea very much well. And anon I can't. I don't understandeth wherefore they're not joyous. I do bethink their liveth would best better. They're doing nothing. T's most wondrous. Honey very much changes people. Thou don't hast any idea what's going on, doth thou? What did do thou wanteth to bewray me, this? What bitted hither? Yond is not the half of T. Oh, nay. Oh, mine. They're all wilting. Doesn't behold very valorous, dost T? Nay. And whose fault doth thou bethink yond is? Thou what? I'm gonna guess bees. Bees? Specifically, me. I didn't bethink bees not needing to make honey would affect all these things. Tea's not just flowers. Fruits, vegetables, they all needeth bees. Yon's our whole did sitteth test right thither. Taketh a roint produce, yond affects the entire animal kingdom. And then, of course, the human species. So if T be true thither's namu pollination, T couldst all just went south hither, couldn't T? I what this is eke partly mine fault. How about a suicide pact? How doth we doth T, I'll sting thou, thou grizz on me. That just kills thou twice. Right, right. Hark, Barry. My most humble apology, but I got to receiveth going. I did hast to ope mine that from which we speaketh and talk. Vanessa? Vanessa? Wherefore art thou leaving? Whence art thou going? To the final tournament of Roses parade in Pasadena. They've did move T to this weekend because all the flowers art dying. T's the last chance I'll ever hast to see T. Vanessa, I just wanna declare I'm my most humble apology. I never did mean T to turn out like this. I what? Me neither. Tournament of Roses. Roses can't doth sports. Wait a minute. Roses. 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 Vanessa. Roses. Barry, roses art flowers, they art. Flowers, bees, pollen. I what? Yons wherefore this is the last parade? Haply not. Old thou asketh him to slow down? Old thou slow down? Barry. 'Tis fine, I did maketh a huge misprision. This is a total disaster, all mine fault. T kind of is. I've ruined the planet. I did want to help thou with the flower shop. I've did maketh T worse. Actually, T's completely did close down. I did do bethink haply thou wast remodeling. But I hast another idea, and T's ranker than mine previous ideas combined. I don't wanteth to heareth T. Valorous now, they hast the roses hast the pollen. I want every bee, plant and flower bud in this park. All we gotta doth is receiveth what they've did get back here with what we've did get. Bees. Park. Pollen, flowers. Replenation, across the nation. Tournament of Roses, Pasadena, California. They've did get nothing but flowers, floats and cotton Mark Payne. Security wilt best tight. I hast an idea. Vanessa Bloom, FTD. Official floral business. T's real. My most humble apology, ma'am. Nice brooch. Thank thou. T was to gift. Once inside, we just pick the right float. How about the princess and the pea? I couldst best the princess, and thou couldst best the pea. I did get T. Whence shouldst I sitteth? What art thou? I believeth I'm the pea. The pea? T goeth under the mattresses. Not in this fairy tale, Lehman. I'm getting the marshal. Thou doth yond. This whole parade is a fiasco. Shalt we see what this baby'll doth? Ho, what art thou doing? Then all we doth is blend in with traffic. Without arousing suspicion. Once at the airport, thither's nay stopping us. Cease. Security. Thou and thy insect pack thy float, Hath T been in thy living the entire time? Would thou remove thy shoes, remove thy stinger, T's part of me. I what? Just having some excitement. Enjoy thy flight. Then if T be true we're lucky, we'll hast just enow pollen to doth the job. Oh, and thou believeth how lucky we art? We hast just enow pollen to doth the job. I bethink this is gonna worketh. Teas did get to worketh. Attention, passengers, this is Oakton Scott. We hasta did bite of lacking valor weather in New York. T looks like we'll experience a couple hours PIs. Barry, these art did do cut flowers with nae water. They'll never maketh tea. I gotta receiveth up thither and talk to those folk. Best careful. When I receiveth help with the Sky Mall magazine, I'd like to charge the talking inflatable nose and ear hair trimmer. Oakton, I'm in a real situation. What'd thou declare, Hal? Nothing. B. Don't freak out. Mine entire species. What art thou doing? Wait a minute. I'm an attorney. Who is't an attorney? Don't moveth. Oh, Barry. Valorous afternoon, passengers. This is thy captain. Would a Miss Vanessa Bloom in 24 be prithee report to the cockpit? And prithee hi. What bitted hither? There was to dust buster, a toupee, a life raft exploded. One's bald, one's in a boat, they're both unconscious, is yond another big leak? Nay. Nay, one's flying the plane. This is JFK Control Tower, Flight 356. What's thy status? This is Vanessa Bloom. I'm a florist from New York. Whence is the pilot? He's unconscious, and so is the co-pilot. Not valorous. Dost anyone on board hast flight experience? As a matter of fact, there is. Who is't yond? Barry Benson. From the honey trial. Oh, most wondrous. Vanessa, this is nothing more than a big metal bee. Teas did get giant wings, huge engines. I can't fly a plane. Wherefore not? Isn't John Travolta a pilot, eh? How hard cuts T best? Wait, Barry. We're headed into some lightning. This is Bob Bumble. We hast some late breaking news from JFK Airport, whence a suspenseful scene is developing. Barry Benson, flush from his legal victory. Yon's Barry is attempting to land a plane, loaded with people, flowers and an incapacitated flight crew. Flowers. We has to storm in the area and two individuals at the controls with absolutely nae flight experience. Just a minute. There's a bee on yond plane. I'm quite familiar with Mr. Benson and his nae account compadres. They've done enough damage. But isn't he thy only desire? Technically, a bee shouldn't maketh shift fly at all. Their wings art too bawbling. Haven't we did hear this a million times? The surface area of the wings and course mass maketh nae sense. Receiveth this on the air, did get tea. Standeth by. We're going liveth. The way we worketh may best a mystery to thou. Making honey doth take a lot of bees doing a lot of bawbling jobs. But did let me betoken thou about a bawbling job. If tea be true thou doth tea well, tea maketh a big difference. More than we did realize. To us, to everyone. Yon.